Good morning. I don't know what's going on with this. I can't guarantee how long this is going to last, just so you know. For some reason, the vehicle charger is not working very well for this. Yeah, you can hear it. It's going in and out. I have one of these little, like, adapter pieces for the vehicle where you can plug in, like, phones and a laptop and another, like, charging port thing. And, yeah, it's like, I think it's pulling too much power. It's not, I don't know, something's not working right on it. Whatever. So yeah. Good morning, internet family. I woke up like this, can you tell? So I'm in my vehicle because I don't have any power on the camper. For those of you from yesterday know that, or at least last night's stream, you know that my father and I got in an argument about a power bill. I offered to pay the whole thing, but I wanted to pay it to the company. He wanted cash, and because of a previous experience with me giving him cash and it not going to the bill, I told him that I wasn't going to do that. And he legit, like, unplugged my camper and is refusing to plug it back in again. So I have no power. So I'm using my vehicle car charger to charge my stuff with. I'll be honest with you, like, certain things are a little bit more important to me than, like, the little petty bickering bullshit and the vindictiveness and stuff like that. And I had mentioned it in one of my earlier streams that if we have a conversation about problems, that's fine. But the next conversation needs to be about solutions. And even though I don't agree with it, and I feel like the vindictiveness is, like, ridiculous. I want to see the bill first to know what I'm paying. I want a copy of the bill, and I want a copy of a receipt because, like I've said before, family is family, but money is business. And that's something that my grandfather raised me on. I gave him the benefit of the doubt last year when I was giving him cash, and it never went to the bill. And I still get talked about how much of a piece of crap I am because I didn't pay on the bill when I did. So, I mean, and there's a history there, but I need electricity in the camper. I can't be fucking around. It's about to be 20 degrees outside, and if he wants to be a vindictive ass, whatever, but as long as I do what I need to do, then I know what I do is right, and I have proof of it, then so be it. And I need to teach my kids too, like, no matter what your emotional attachment is behind the situation, if you just need to do the right thing, no matter what, like, whether you like it or not, you need to do the right thing. And for me, because of the fact that I've been living here, even though my parents told me that I didn't have to pay any bills or anything like that, I feel that it's right that I do that at the very least. I mean, I don't have money to be doing it, but, you know, I need to at least try. So I think I'm going to take the high ground on this one and just kind of suck it up and deal with it. But as long as I see a copy of the bill and I give him the money for it, like I'm supposed to, and get a receipt of the money that I paid to him, I think we'll be okay. Because this is ridiculous. He unplugged it when I had COVID. I had 102 fever for 10 days. And 102, 103. And I was literally dying in my fucking camper. And he didn't give a shit. And he even said yesterday, I don't give a fuck about you. So that's fine. But business is business. And so yeah, I'm just tired of the bullshit. I really am. I want to end this year on a good note. I want to get rid of any negative shit that could possibly be floating around before the new year comes. And I wish that you guys would too. Cut off any ties that have any negative, toxic situation attached to it as much as possible. Get rid of the people who have been leeching off of you for forever and just misery. Just get rid of all the misery. Leave it in 2021. I want 2022 to be the best fucking year we all have. Because we have been through so much crap in the past couple of years. All of us have, as a collective. And I'm done with it. I'm more than done with the bullshit. I want next year to be a really good year. And so yeah, I'm going to leave the past in the past. And I'm just going to go ahead and let y'all know that tonight at 10 p.m., I'm going to have a major announcement. A major announcement. Something that may or may not change your point of view of me. And I don't know how people are going to react. But I have a major announcement tonight at 10 p.m. So stay tuned. Like I said, I want to leave the past in the past. And I need to get it all out of my system now because, like I said, I want to start 2022 on the cleanest fucking slate I could possibly think of. That I possibly could do. And I think you guys should too. I think it'll take a lot of weight off of everybody. If we release all of the negativity from the past and stuff and go into the new year with a clear conscience, then I think 2022 has the opportunity to make some great strides for all of us. So, try to make sure that my stuff is live. Good morning, Pierre, my Texas honey. Hey, Paul. So, yeah. Bunch of bullshit. I feel like, and don't get me wrong, like I've said yesterday, I'm appreciative of having a place to go because I needed a place for my kids. But there's some stuff that's just like so far out there that's hateful. And you can tell that it's like there's something underlying with the situation. Like it's not a normal reaction. Because one way or another, he's going to have to pay the fucking electric bill because my kids are in the house. Like just because you unplug my camper doesn't mean that you won't have an electric bill because of the fact that my kids are in the house. So you're just specifically doing it to me. You see what I'm saying? And then he says to get off my property, and I'm like, I have nowhere to go. I literally have nowhere to go. And if I leave, my kids will get split up. That means that you will not see your grandchildren anymore. Because North Carolina doesn't have any grandparents' rights unless you fight for them. And they're not going to fight for them. And then my dad's just like, I don't fucking care. I don't care. I don't care where you go. I don't care what you do. I'm like, you're going to regret it. If I leave, we're all going to regret it. It's going to affect every single one of us. I have nowhere to go that's safe for my kids to go. So, and I'm not like a hobo person where I just jump from house to house. Only reason why I even came, I didn't even want to fucking come here. And this is why. Because my parents and I don't get along. We don't get along at all. We don't see the world the same way. And my kids get treated like crap here. Like, I don't know how many times my kids have come crying to me for shit my parents have said to them. Like, just mean, spiteful, like, little shit that's, like, detrimental to a kid. And they know I have nowhere to go. They know I don't have money. They know that I have an eviction in my name. They know that, like, I can't just up and fucking leave. I have to make sure that my kids are safe and that they have a stable home to be in and that they're all together. That's the main thing, is having them all together. They've been through so much crap in their lifetimes. And I just want to give them a good life. That's all I want to do. I'm striving to get ahead, and I'm doing everything that I possibly can. And the amount of stress is so fucking ridiculous that I'm losing my goddamn hair. Like, yes, I try to be all nicey nice and be upfront and, like, have a nice, try to give my kids good experiences by going out and taking them places and doing things and just giving them the life that I never had. My parents are shut-ins. They literally don't go anywhere. And one part of the argument yesterday was, well, we can't have anybody at the house. You've never had anybody here in the first place. This isn't even a valid argument. Like, what does this have to do with the electric bill? Like, I don't understand. What the fuck is going on? People don't know how to communicate. If you have a problem, just talk about it. Don't hold it in and cause a grudge and bitch about every fucking thing else around it except for the actual problem. Oh, it aggravates me to no end. Hey, Donnie. Welcome to my bullshit morning. It's just been a continuation from last night. I'm just getting it all out before the end of the year, I'm so stressed that I have a migraine this morning. Like, I have a headache this morning. I don't get headaches. There's a lot of things that are going to be going on tonight. So if you guys want to get out and about, check out your Facebook events locally to you. I personally am going to be here. I'm having my kids. I told my kids, be home by 9 o'clock. All of them. I said, I don't care. After midnight, after we do the countdown and we all say the hurrahs, you can go back to your friend's house. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But I want to spend New Year's Eve with y'all. And even though, yes, my parents and I don't get along, I still want to spend New Year's Eve with them. I want to have that memory in that moment with them. And maybe I'm wrong for that. I have no idea. Like, I don't get along with my parents. At all. I don't. Greetings, Your Majesty. I know, I feel like I'm on this, like, fucking soapbox right now. I feel like I'm just ranting and bitching about life. I'm just venting. That's all I'm doing. I am legit nobody. I am the bottom of the bottom right now. I have no place to really be complaining about a lot of stuff because I'm cornered. But I still have the right to talk about how I feel. I still have to get it out or else I'm going to lose my fucking mind. So, yeah. Yeah, you got to kind of humble yourself sometimes. You got to remember that, you remember your place in the world. And that there's levels to all of this. And yes, I don't have to be here. My parents are allowing me to be here, kind of. And, I feel like an ungrateful child, but at the same time, it's like, I'm also an adult that knows the difference of, when something is being done spitefully. Hey, Stell. I appreciate your laughter. You're making me laugh. Those who really love and care for you are those who are with you at the lowest, such as now. Sometimes we get overwhelmed with things in life. No matter what our situation is. I just don't want it to get worse than where we're at now. One step. We are literally right there on the edge of this cliff of fucking hell. And all it takes is one step to lose everything. Lose everything. I don't want to lose my kids. I'm trying the best that I can to do whatever I can to keep them together. They don't want to lose each other. They don't want to go to their dads. They're terrified of going to their dads. His wife beats on them, and I've had DSS involved so many times, and they don't give a shit. Oh, well, she's just not allowed to be alone with them. No. Like, just no, I don't want them there. I've called DSS. Even the therapist has made reports. You know, and the kids will tell the therapist, like, what's going on over there. It's not even from me. It's from them. And they don't do anything about it. My ex told my kids that if he gets custody of them, he's going to put them up for adoption. My kids are like, if we end up having to go to my dad's, we're going to run away. And I'm like, that's the last fucking thing I need. I need to know that you guys are in a safe place somewhere. Even if I was to work the next 6 months straight, I still won't have the money to get a place of my own. And I have an eviction in my name. Most places won't even take that for 7 years. I didn't want the eviction in the first fucking place. We had lived there for 10 years. And it was prior to this whole moratorium thing. The landlord sold the property. The new owners wanted to move in. He told them we were leaving, which wasn't true. So I had to fight it. It's just been one thing after another, after another, after another, after another, after another for years. Years. I don't understand. I mean, maybe it's part of a bigger picture that I just don't see yet. I don't know. And like I said, at the very least, I'm thankful that I have all of my children under one roof. At the very least, I am thankful for that. That they are together right now. I just don't want to lose them. And not to a situation that's worse than where we're at. So, I'm going to suck it up. Even though, yes, I feel like there's something wrong with this situation. I'm going to suck it up and I'm going to give them the money for it. And it's only going to be temporary because I know next month it's going to be the same bullshit again. If not even if it goes to the next month, I don't know. I don't want to because of the fact that, like, I know for a fact previously that he wanted cash for stuff and it didn't go to the bill. Now this time he's saying that I have to give him cash. I can't pay the company or I need to get the fuck off the property. And I'm like, well, then go ahead and call the police. Have me evicted. Have me removed from the property because I have nowhere to fucking go. I have nowhere to go. I'm living in a goddamn pop-up camper. That doesn't even have any heat in it. And it's about to be 20-something degrees on Sunday. I don't know. I hope I can look back at this and laugh. I hope one day I could be like, you know what? That was so ridiculous. That was such a crazy time in my life. I'm so glad my life is not like this anymore. I'm so glad that I don't have all of this excessive amounts of just bullshit and drama. I can't wait for the day where I'm standing in the kitchen of my own home and my kids are dancing around with each other and just playing and having a good time. I miss that. My kids don't even want to be here because it's just sad. There's no happiness here. Like, the only happiness that they have is when it's just them together, you know? I always thought that grandparents were supposed to bring light into grandkids' lives and just be happy, and they legitimately hate them. Like, they hate my kids. They tell them that they're fat and that they're trash. They tell me in front of my kids that they wish they never had me. It's just a bad situation, and I don't want to raise my kids in a life like this. And I don't have a choice. It's either I stay here and my kids stay together, or I leave and I don't know what happens next. I am not willing to let my children go to a homeless shelter. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to give up my kids. You're going to have to take them from me. If I go anywhere, my kids go with me. And I will fight to the death. Because when I was dying, they fought for me. Like I said, every conversation that you talk about situations that have problems in them, that's fine. You can talk about it. You can vent. You can get it all out. Talk about all of it and how it makes you feel and all the things that you think about. But the next conversation needs to be about solutions. And the only solution that I can find right now is to just get a seat and just move on from the situation. I don't understand why I can't just pay the company. I don't understand why do I have to give him cash. He literally refuses to tell me anything about I haven't even seen the bill yet. Because I asked him one day, I was like, what is the difference in us being here? From your normal everyday life that's so horrible. Because he made it seem like we were the worst possible things on the face of the planet. And I was like, what is so different in us being here versus you having us not being here? He's like, well, my electric bill's doubled. Okay, I'm willing to pay the whole fucking thing. Other than that, what's the problem? Like, we're taking up space in the living room and in the bedroom. Yes, and I get it. When you have your own place, it's hard to share that with a lot of people. And it is. It's a lot of people. So there's 5 of us. And because the water is free because of the well, I pay for the food. So he doesn't have to buy groceries ever. He doesn't ever have to buy groceries. Hell, that's a ridiculous amount of cost in itself. Like, if he wants something for himself, that's all he's got to buy. Like, that's it. There's nothing else that, like, I use my own internet. So I don't understand, like, I don't know. I don't understand. And I'm trying to look at it from the reverse point of view. Say if this was my house and these were my kids, right? And my kid brought their 4 kids. Like, reverse the situation. I try to put myself in another person's shoes. If the only difference is the electric bill, yes, I would sit down and be like, listen, I can't afford this bill. Can you at least pay the difference of it? Of what I would normally be paying. I don't have a problem paying my way. But can you pay the difference of it? I understand where that's coming from. But if the person is offering to pay the entire fucking bill, as all they want to do is pay the company, if you're being legit, there shouldn't be an issue. That's my problem. I feel like there's something else. I don't know. I just feel like weird situation. And I mean, maybe there's like a miscommunication. Maybe my dad doesn't understand what the fuck I'm saying. I don't know. I have no idea. It's just really stressful and really ridiculous and too much to be thinking about, to be honest with you. Hey, Phil. Hey, Lanita. And I'm serious. Like, this is like the dumbest shit even. It's just that, like, I don't know. And usually I'm right. Like, when I think about stuff like this and I see it and I get the red flags from it, I pay attention to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's refusing to show me the bill. He's refusing to show me the account number so I can call the company and pay them directly. Like, what is the problem? If you want the fucking bill paid, I'm willing to pay the whole damn thing. I don't even give a shit. Just you call the fucking company and I'll give them my information and you don't have to fucking worry about it. Like, what is the deal? I don't understand. Why does it have to be cash or else I need to get off the fucking property? Like, that's the extremes of it. It has to be cash or get the fuck out. I know, I'll keep on going on and on about it. I'm just saying, it's really bothering me. It's spiteful stuff. I'm telling you, it's spiteful. That's why I want to leave. I want to leave so damn bad. Like, just all this negativity and just like all this misery and shit. Just, I don't want to be a part of it anymore. I want my kids to have a good life. Like, when we were on our own, we were fine. You know, when we were living at the old house, we were fine. I don't know. I mean, there's always going to be the basis of some kind of bullshit going on. I know that. It's just part of life. But when there's excessive amounts of ridiculousness, it's just, I don't understand why. I probably never will. I really have no place to stand to be bitching about this stuff. But as a human being, if something bothers you, I feel like you should. I feel like you should at least talk about it and at least vent about it. But like I said, the next part has to be a solution. So that's the only solution that I can think of, is to look at the bill, get a receipt, and just move the fuck on. And it's always something with my dad. Like, it's always something. Like, I parked the car in the wrong place, or like, I'll be talking to my kids and then he'll just interrupt it. Like, he'll interject into the conversation, and it's like, I wasn't even talking to you. And he'll bring up something that's like from 20, 30 years ago that has nothing to do with the conversation. And it's just like, you couldn't have talked to me about this like 20, 30 fucking years ago. You got to bring this up now. And we've already some of it we've already talked about multiple times. So, like, I don't know. I'm not the type of person to hold grudges against people. I really just don't give a shit. I just move the fuck on. I don't understand this situation. And maybe and like, tell me if I'm fucking wrong. Tell me. Somebody please give me some goddamn advice on this shit, because I have no idea. Like, I need some perspective here, because I'm trying to reverse it, and even reversing it, knowing my situation, like, as a parent, and like I said, I haven't reached this point yet, so that maybe it's just something that I'm just not aware or not an understanding of, because I haven't reached that point in life yet. Like I said, there's levels to everything. So give me some perspective or some advice on what I should do from here. The only thing that I could think of, and mind you, paying the bill isn't even going to fix the situation. Paying the bill is just going to get electricity back into my camper, maybe, if I'm lucky, until we get into another argument, and then you need to be spiteful and fucking unplug it again. So, and probably in the middle of a storm or something. I don't know. That would be my luck. But even if I paid it, they're all nicey nice to me for a little while. But then something will come up again. Like, something from like 10, 15 years ago will come up again. And then it starts this whole, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, this whole, like, fucking shitstorm again. I don't know. Have y'all ever been in, like, a situation like this where, you know, you're basically at the mercy of the world at this point, and people are just, like, doing everything they possibly can, like, as they say now, doing the most of just trying to cause bullshit in your life, like, for no reason, and you don't understand why. And the only thing that I could think of is jealousy issues. But what the fuck do you have to be jealous of me of? I live in a fucking pop-up camper and you have a home. So I'm not real sure, like, what that would be. I mean, everybody has their own deal, but I don't know. I know some point in your life you've had somebody just try to just tear you down when you're finally getting to the point in your life where you're starting to get baby steps and work your way back up to where you want to be. And people will just come in and try to, like, just pull you back and get you stuck. See what I'm saying? And this is at any point in your life. Like, you could be at the very lowest point in your life and you start to do better for yourself. And there's going to be somebody that for some reason or another is going to try to pull you back down and make you sad or miserable because they're fucking sad and miserable. So that's why I said, like, I think I'm just going to take the higher ground and do it the legal way, because I don't know. There's something else going on behind the background for someone to be spiteful like that. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Especially when you're sick. I legit had COVID and was dying. And he unplugged the camper and it was freezing outside. Or no, was it freezing or was it hot? I can't remember. I think maybe it was hot. Yeah, because it was still September. And there's no air conditioning in that camper. I don't know. Maybe it was during a cold snap or something. I don't know. Either way, the temperature was funky. And I had moisture buildup on the ceiling because I was breathing and I was cooking. Like, my brain was fucking cooking, man. And he sat there and unplugged it. And all I kept thinking is, you know what? When you're sick, I mean sick, and you feel like shit and your body temperature is not where it's supposed to be and all this other shit, how would you like it if I unplugged you? Like, reverse, you know? And I finally flipped the fuck out and, like, plugged it back in myself. I flipped out. I was so sick. And the hospital wouldn't admit me for some reason. I couldn't get my temperature to go down. My lung was filling up with fluid. Like, it was bad. I hadn't ate in, like, freaking 10 days. I lost 20 pounds. Thinking is like, what if it was you? What if you lost your house and the only option you had was to come to me? After all of the behavior and stuff. Like, what if it was the other way around? And I treated you the same way that you're treating me. Told you that you're a piece of shit that I wish I never had you. Told you that you're fat and you're ugly and you don't deserve to fucking wear the clothes that you're wearing and, you know, just, you're worthless. What if you were sick and I unplugged you and just left you there? All because of money. What if the only option that you had was to be in my house, or else you'd lose the rest of your family? You'd lose everything. And I told you that I don't give a fuck what happens to you. That's not a parent. That's not a parent. That's toxic. So my solution to this is that I need to get the fuck out of here. I need my kids to be raised in a home where they know that they're loved and that anything that happens, that they can come to me. My kids know that if something is wrong, they can come to me. They know that if they have something to share, that they can come to me. I want my kids to dance around the kitchen and have a good time and have little fashion shows and talk about all the things that they like, even if I don't agree with it. I want my kids to be in a place where they feel safe. That they feel welcomed. Here they're not welcomed. So why stay in a place where you're not welcome? I don't know how the hell I'm going to do it. I really don't. But I'm going to find a way. I'm going to find a way to get us a home again. Together, for all of us. A forever home. One that they don't have to worry about living in a pop-up camper. That they don't have to worry about, you know, being homeless. That they don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Hey, baby. What you doing?
Nothing. Just woke up. For the second time.
Yeah, I was going to say I woke you up when I came inside, huh? Tonight at 9, the kids will be home. I'm gonna go get them. Colton will probably be over here too.
More Colton.
I mean, I told him he could come for New Year's. I just didn't want him here for Christmas. It's fine for New Year's if he wants to be here. I told Hayden if she wants to come too, she can come. What's up?
Nothing.
Just coming out to say hey.
Yep. Yeah. What time we're gonna be leaving?
Yeah, I'm gonna be going to the storage building. Let's see, it's 11:30. Probably here in about 30 minutes, not even.
Well, I have a phone call to do at 12:30.
Oh, okay. Do you want to wait until after the phone call then?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll end around 1.
Okay, so we'll just go around 1:30.
Alright.
All right. And is all the stuff that's in that building already packed up, or do we have to pack it?
What building?
I'll pack.
I think it's all mainly packed because it was whatever you left in there.
Okay.
It hasn't been touched. I mean, Quinn hasn't showed any interest in it I haven't had no interest in going in there because it's a hazard.
Yeah. I don't want to go in there because of snakes. But we've also got stuff down in the lean-to. Your baby stuff is down there in the field.
You might have to get another storage thing.
Nah, I just got to rearrange the storage building. But, so yeah, we'll do that around 1 o'clock, okay? Are you hungry?
No.
I am either. I mean, I am, but I'm not.
You're hungry, but you can survive another couple hours.
Yeah, I'm hungry, but like not enough for it to be like an immediate thing. I've got a really bad headache.
He's off to work.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is that guy?
Mm-hmm, that's Sterling. The white
He
Hummer.
messaged me the other day.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he wished us all Happy New Year, so I told him the same. So don't be surprised if you hear gunshots.
That's what you told him, or
I told him. I said, don't be surprised if you hear gunshots because I'm shooting my gun on New Year's.
Yeah, I'm gonna go inside and take a shower.
Okay. I'm probably be in there in a little bit. I don't know.
Well, enjoy the rest of your stream.
All right, love. So yeah. He's such a good kid too. Trying to teach him how to drive. It's crazy. Being a parent's fun. It's worth it. It really is. I don't give a shit what anybody says. It's very much worth it. Oh, my head. Maybe I've got that Omicron shit. Who knows? Whatever the fuck it's called. Some kind of transformer fucking disease. Maybe I'll turn into a superhero or something. I joke about it, but like, I don't know. I joke about things when life is really hard. Like when things are really hard, I try to make light of the situation. And yes, it's kind of morbid, but I mean, sometimes you have to keep from crying, you know, and sometimes you gotta cry, and it's okay. When you're experiencing large amounts of stress on a constant basis, your body gets used to that pain sometimes. And when you go over it, the only way that it adjusts is by regulating your emotions. Because it doesn't quite know what to do with what's coming at it. You know what I mean? So, like, sometimes we laugh about situations that are really sad, or we get angry about situations that, you know, should be fine or happy or whatever. I don't know. It's weird. It's really strange. I don't know. Maybe I should go into psychology or something. Who knows? Yeah, tonight. tonight. I think everybody should have a venting session today. Just talk about all the bullshit that's ever happened in your entire life and how much you hate it and how much you enjoyed the happy times in your life and how much, like, everything for your whole life, not just this year, your whole life. Just have, like, the rest of the day to bitch about every fucking thing and get it off your chest. Feel those emotions, go through it, sit in it for a minute, or for the rest of the day. And then tonight, it's a whole new year. Just, you have it all out. It's all said and done. It's a whole new year. Start fresh. Go into the new year with nothing on your plate. Start over again. Tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your life. But so is today. You could change anything at any point in time. And I say this all the time, but sometimes we have a hard time seeing how we can change things. And that's why we ask for help. We ask for advice. We try to find and learn and take every single day something new. I try to approach things. I probably done fucking cut out. It's not a big deal. I try to approach things as directly as possible, and maybe that's like people have a hard time dealing with that or something. I don't know. I really have a very huge habit of triggering people. And I don't know why. I don't know. That's why I put all trigger warnings in my warnings. Because I don't even know what all the triggers are. But yeah, I do agree with you, Stealth, that those of you who love and care for you are those are hold on. Those who really love and care for you are those who are with you at your lowest, such as now. Yes, I agree with that. I completely agree. Whoop, I completely agree with that. And hey Nathan. Like I said earlier, I think that 2022 or 2021, there's going to be a lot of people left in that year. I think they're not coming with me in 2022. I think I'm going to start over fresh starting tonight. And again, like I said, I have a huge announcement tonight at 10 p.m. that I would like for y'all to be there for. So yeah. I want to leave the past in the past. And I want to start the new year fresh with nothing on my plate at all. If you have any questions you want to ask me, or if there's something that you want to know about me, you need to ask me now. Like, you need to ask me now. Because I want to leave the past in the past and have a new future. We've been through so much negative stuff that I'm going to cram as much positive stuff as I possibly can into the next year. Starting today. Starting today, not tomorrow, starting today. So I'm going to starting today, the positive thing is I'm going to be getting rid of all the toxic situations, all the negative people, all the people who were fake as fuck and lied to me and just used me. And actions speak louder than words, but there's also times where people act differently than they really feel. And you gotta know the cues for the difference of that. Listen to your instincts. Good morning. How are you feeling? All I know is I got a massive fucking headache this morning. And I don't know if it's stress related or if it's I'm actually getting sick. I don't know. You know, we always go into the new year thinking the greatest is going to come. And then we hit a brick wall. Because it's the universe's way of asking you, are you sure you really want a great future? Are you sure you're willing to go through this to get to the next step? Yes. I have gone through so much crap. Yes. I want a good future. And I want y'all to have a good future too. It's alright, like I said, like I've told everybody, just take care of yourself. Take extra care of yourself. Self-care is of utmost importance right now. The universe didn't put us all in fucking timeout for nothing. Put us in timeout to get a better perspective of how we want our lives to really be. Who do we really want in our life? What are we willing to accept and not accept anymore? Give us a better perspective of our own lives. And that's why we get put in timeout. To review. Let you think about it, you know? Mother Earth and Father Time. So, the choices we make lead us on the paths that we end up being on. And we can choose to take ourselves off that path at any point in time. To backtrack and go to a different path. The hard part is the backtrack. Or to jump from one path to another. But there's a leap of faith in there. You have to believe in yourself and know that no matter what choice that you make, it's your choice. Stealth keeps tripping me out. Like, I keep rereading his comments. Greetings, Your Majesty. I totally understood, Your Majesty. I'm here for you to confide in, Your Majesty. I do. I feel like I'm on a high horse right now because of the fact that I'm on a soapbox and I'm venting about everything. I'm not better than anybody. Trust me. I am not better than anybody in this world. I mean, just look at me. I'm a hot damn mess. But I do, no matter, even at your lowest point, you have emotions. You're still a human being. And I feel like even though it's not always socially acceptable, that you should still be able to talk about how you feel. Right, wrong, or indifferent. You should still be able to talk about how you feel. Because if you don't, all it's going to do is build up inside of you, and it's going to cause every single aspect of the rest of your life to fail horribly. Horribly. It took me a long time to get to this point. And a lot of people talk shit to me, and they're like, oh, well, you act like you're better than everybody. You're famous now, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I'm not famous, first of all. And even if I was, it took me a long time to get to the point that I am in right now. And I'm proud of how far I've come. I'm proud of the fact that I accomplished a lot of things in my lifetime. And I'm proud of the fact that emotionally I have advanced to the point where I can actually talk about anything at any point in time to anyone. And that's hard for a lot of people to even do. So I'm like further than a lot of people even try to get to in their lives. And I think that instead of you guys talking bad about me, you should be proud of me. And you should be proud of yourselves. You know? And try. Just keep trying. Keep trying to better yourselves. Don't stop. Don't stop. Even if you become successful, it's only temporary. You've got to get to the next step still. That's the point in life. You got to make goals and you work to achieve them. You know? If you want something in your life, you got to set a goal, set a timeline of how long you want it to take you to get there. I mean, be reasonable. And find those little invisible steps to get there. And I'm saying this really to myself, to be honest with you. But that's where I give great advice, but to be honest with you, a lot of times when I'm talking on here, I'm really talking to myself. Like I'm trying to give advice to myself, because if you try it sometime, talk to your younger self. I know it sounds crazy. Talk to your younger self. Think about a time in your life that you wish that you had somebody there to tell you the right path, something that you did wrong in your life. Talk to yourself at that point in time. Like imagine if your younger self was sitting right in front of you and it was doing the things that you did back then. Maybe something that you regretted doing or something like that. And talk to yourself. Say, no, you shouldn't do this, or, maybe you should go this other way, or, hey, this is a specific time and this specific day that you need to do this. Believe it or not, and if you're at all spiritual at all, or even, and you guys are probably going to look at me like I'm nuts, and you're going to experience this even now at your own age, you'll start to get hints about, like, you'll get a feeling like, okay, maybe I shouldn't do this. And it's like your subconscious is talking to you. Like, I wish my future self would talk to me right the fuck now and give me some advice. And I know the way that I'm saying it sounds so far off the wall, but seriously, like, talk to your younger self and remember back to a time where you were about to do something, and for a few seconds, something was telling you not to do it. But you did it anyway. But those few seconds of something telling you not to do it, that was probably your future self talking to you. Saying, no, you're going to regret that. Or, hey, you need to do this. Hey, this is a great opportunity over here, big flashing lights. You know? A lot of times we say that we wish we could go back to a certain age and just start all over again. And we have, subconsciously, we have the way to do that. Now, granted, mind you, everything that you've ever done, you've already done it at this point in your life. And maybe you can talk to your future self. Maybe you can say to your future self, I don't want to ever be in this situation ever the fuck again. I don't want to be living in a pop-up camper, which, don't get me wrong, living in a pop-up camper is really not that bad, as long as you have heat and air conditioning, or power. It's really not that bad. I actually kind of enjoy it. But, like, overall, I would like for us to have a home. If it's just me, I'm fine with a pop-up camper. But it's not just me. It's me and my kids. And the fact that I do not have a home of our own really pisses me off. The fact that I lost the home that we had, that they grew up in, pisses me off. Granted, it had to happen for a reason. The reason, I have no idea. Maybe it was to push me forward, so this way I would buy my own fucking home, and then I don't have to worry about it anymore. But my future self is talking to me. I'm just clearly, I have no idea what they're saying. I don't know. There's reasons why we go through everything that we go through. And then once we get to the end of the line and we look back at the bigger picture, we may or may not still understand the whole reasons why. I don't think we're really meant to. I don't think we're meant to. It's part of a bigger plan. Something greater than us. And the events and things that happen in our lives, the people that we come across in our lifetime, there's a reason for that too. It's all connected. It's all connected. The person that you passed on the street, you may not remember them, but they may remember you. You might inspire someone just by your actions of your everyday. Maybe for you, it might be the same thing. It might be something ho-hum. But for them, it might be an inspiration to continue on. You never know. You never know what anything is connected to. With as much negative as there is in the world, as much positive as you could possibly put in it, try to. Hey, Terry. And yes, I know I went on to this big rant today and last night. But like I said, I wanted to get it all out before the new year starts. And I can't guarantee that I'm going to be so happy tomorrow either, but I'm just saying. You just got to keep going. Yes, the situation sucks. Is it fixable? Yes. Is it going to take a long time? Probably. Am I going to have to probably work my ass off? Of course. I got myself into this situation. I got to get myself out of it. And unfortunately, it doesn't affect just me. It affects everyone around me. And the same thing for you too. Everything you do. Even if you don't have any family, you don't have any kids, and it's just you, everything you do affects the people around you in the smallest ways. And the world gives you signs and symbols if you just pay attention to them. Have you ever come across a situation that was just so coincidental? Maybe it was a number, a color, a pattern, two of the same thing, multiples of the same thing, a sound, a smell, get a tingling in the back of your neck or on your skin that there was no reason for it, it just happened. It's the universe talking to you. A lot of people call me crazy. And that's fine, I'm used to it, because I'll flat out admit to you I'm crazy. But there's reasons for everything. And I hope that more people would see that. I hope that more people will become a little bit more in tune with themselves. We get so caught up in the everyday and the repetition of it all that we forget that we're still ourselves and that we're still humans. that we exist in this world, not just to pay bills, not just to be there to show how great we are. It's okay to fail. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to have emotions and talk about your emotions, no matter who you are. Male, female, whatever you identify as, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, you're still you. And this is your life. A lot of times in these vlogs, and like I just said a few minutes ago, it's really me talking to myself. Yes, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. But I'm also talking to myself. I mean, I'm literally sitting in my vehicle with my phone in my lap and my laptop on the little console thing, and there's nobody else here. It's all virtual. So yes, in a sense, I am talking to myself, but I'm making a vlog to talk to y'all, but I'm also talking to myself, because we always end up giving the best advice to people, but we never follow it. And sometimes we do, I don't know. But yeah. If you give advice to yourself, sometimes it helps. Whether you listen to yourself or not, it's a whole other story. So my dreams online, Leslie Young. My dreams are all up here. I just project them online. My dreams are in my heart and in my soul. And I just project them out into the world. Whether they actually come back to me or not, it's a whole other story. I hope that y'all are able to leave the past behind today and start tomorrow a whole new future. I hope and wish many, many blessings to all of you in ways that you never imagined when you least expect it. That is my New Year's blessing to y'all. And I really hope it comes true for all of you in some shape, way, or form or another. I hope that people heal, not just medically, but emotionally and physically as well. I hope that we have a better tomorrow today. I wish you all a happy New Year's, and I hope that you guys join me at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, because I have a huge announcement to make. And it may or may not change your perspective on me. And I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot of backlash for it. But, like I said, I want to start the new year on a clean slate. So, on that note, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your year. If I don't get to see you tonight, then I hope that you have a wonderful tomorrow. And many blessings to all of you. Until I see you again, behave.